Hell no. Let's see if let's see. Okay.
A spirit of stragology hovers like a cloud. Fellas, tell these women what that lace front across your head does. It just tells us you are lazy ass French toast. This woman can't even be bothered to go get some blue grease. You ain't been nowhere on New Year's Eve ever. Dick Clark is feeling sorry for you. And the madness still ain't over after then. After you've had to suffer through uh, a, a soy tofu turkey, you've had to lie to yourself about Christmas and buy your own gifts and play, go to your. You're going to have to go play with other people's kids because you don't have your own with your PhD ass. Oh, then the New Year's. Then the the cherry on the stupid Sunday. Shout out to Amazing Lucas. Is Valentine's Day. Single as French toast. But instead, what you're going to try to do, what is this crap that they're doing these days where women are getting together on Valentine's Day? All girls holiday. And they're all saying the same things. They had a relationship and marriage or a relationship and engagement. It fell apart. It didn't work. And they're walking through, or a long relationship, and they're walking through the rest of the life like the Walking Dead. They can't seem to get out of their way. And it doesn't matter. They know what the issue is. But when you ask, have you sat down with a psychological professional and worked out your issues? The answer is no.
I don't need a cookbook.
Yes, you do need a cookbook. Green, I'm so tired of being alone. I'm so tired on my own. So many women are so tired of being alone. And it is written all over your face. You don't have to say a word.
All these German shepherds. People don't even want to engage with black women because that attitude is very rough.
Hold on.
They turn their head to the side and act like they don't smell it.
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were.
All right. Let's go. We have some announcements, but let's go.
How old are you, by the way?
I'm 30. I'm 36.
Okay. Is this the end for modern women? What do you got?
I hope, to be honest with you. So I have like binge watched you probably like the last 2 weeks. So I really like the things that you say. And I really think, I wish a lot of women would get a lot more of that, of what you're saying.
Now, Kevin don't like that. Kevin don't like when you try to agree with him knowing you the same as the rest of the women. Let's go.
Probably like the last 2 weeks. So I really like the things that you say. And I really think, I wish a lot of women would get a lot more of that, of what you're saying. I hope this is the end for modern women because, I get the whole, we were sold the dream that in our 20s we could have fun. And then by the time when we got in our 30s, we could, find us a husband.
Hey, you hear it yourself. Programming is a real thing. Like these women are, this is what, even if the black man was programmed at a time, say we was programmed to, be thugs or whatever, it was, I don't know how to put it. It was something that you could possibly get out of. Some did, some didn't, right? But this program that they have is weird because it seems like they can't get in any trouble by the programming. Just go to school, do everything you have to do, and everything should just be fine. But they still seem to, it's weird. You've been programmed with a computer chip, but the humanity comes out where you know what you're doing is wrong. Shit is wild.
I get the whole, we were sold the dream that in our 20s we could have fun, and then by the time when we got in our 30s we could, find us a husband. And for me, that didn't happen. That hasn't happened, should I say?
Mm-hmm. You have any children?
So, no, I don't.
And what do you want?
No children. 36 years old, no children. A lot of you brothers over here, see, Kevin, he let them off the hook talking about geriatric pregnancy and all that. Over here, we're a little more, we go a little deeper than that, for lack of better terms. We go a little deeper. We say, ma'am, you cannot have children. You have ruined your body. But let's go.
As a husband. And for me, that didn't happen. That hasn't happened, should I say?
Mm-hmm. You have any children?
So, no, I don't.
And what do you want as an outcome?
I would like to be married.
Okay. Why?
To be honest with you, it's something that my family has always instilled into me.
Mm-hmm.
My grandmother taught it. My mother taught it. Even though she was a single woman, she taught it as well. So it was definitely a family objective for the women in my family to be married. And it's still a conversation we have now.
Do you want children?
I'm kind of undecided on children. I know
Why?
I'm in geriatric. Geriatric.
Well, my question ultimately.
She knows she's in geriatric. That's the nice way to say it. The other way to say it is her Pussycat Facts report is high. It's a lot of reports on that. A lot of numbers on her Pussycat Facts report. And she just can't have children. And one of the things that pisses me off the most is that women try to present as wholesome and healthy. I don't appreciate that.
Want children?
I'm kind of undecided on children. I know
Why?
I'm in geriatric. Geriatric.
Well, my question ultimately is for a woman in her mid-30s. You say you want marriage. I'm thinking of why would a man marry you? If one of the main reasons men are looking to even risk being married is for a legacy.
Correct.
Okay, so if you are from the man's standpoint, why should a woman marry women in your category or woman in general, and then specifically, why pick you? That's what I always think of.
Right. Correct. I'm still up for having children, but I understand what goes along with that at my age. So if I met a man and he said, yes, let's have children, no problem. We will have children. But I understand the complications that could come with it. But I had two grandmothers who bear children in their 40s. So.
Okay. So did you go to college?
No, I didn't.
What do you do for a living?
I work in accounting, more of a clerk, but with time and skills.
So I got to ask, since high school, there's no real career, college, and
I started college.
What I mean is a job. What I mean is a job. When I say career, I mean like on track to become a partner or an owner.
Correct.
70-80% of everybody has a job. Okay.
Correct.
So if you're in that 70 to 80% of people who has a job, where has life been spent since high school?
Uh-oh. So the reason why we say programming is because of this. You have been programmed as if you was a college educated woman. A college educated woman has been programmed as if she was a stripper. A stripper has been educated as if she was Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama has been educated that she is Beyonce. So it's all the way twisted. Okay? All the way twisted. And you say, well, ma'am, if you didn't go to college and all you have been doing was working, how could you possibly not have a family? How is that possible? Programming.
Where has life been spent since high school? Most of us progress
working.
to right.
Working, and I did, I heard you say this, but I bought a house and I've helped my.
Here we go. She has been working and she bought a house. Now, that's why I say I'm the second level to Kevin Samuels. Because if you bought a house, why couldn't you buy a man? That's when we go back to the system programming. They've been also programmed that you work all your life, you fuck all your 20s, you never know how to be around a man. A man's supposed to just love on you. When that doesn't happen, you supposed to go get a dog and all this shit. So the man is never in the plan unless he can just sweep you off your feet with $1 million. Other than that, I'm gonna buy my own house so that men that don't have a house, they can't say anything to me. No, brother. It don't matter how I look. I'm above them. I don't give a damn how good he look. I'm above him. And that's just the whole programming cycle.
Most of us progress
working.
to right.
Working, and I did, I heard you say this, but I bought a house and I've helped my sister raise her daughter. I've been in relationships. It is, but she's a single mother, so we're trying our best as a family to help her out. I understand that.
See, what's happened is the world changed under you ladies.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like you were told, hey, just do these things. And many women thought it would be easy to turn around and get a relationship.
Correct.
It ain't.
Yes.
So just like I said to that one young lady, are you working out 5 times a week in the gym? Lifting weights?
I'm gonna be honest with you, no.
Man. If you don't,
and I understand. Believe me, I've been watching you, so I understand all of this.
Ma'am.
How long you been watching me?
Like I said, I've been binge watching you for like 2 weeks.
Okay. All right. So at a woman at 36, I know the shock of this whole new revelation.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to do something, because it sounds to me like many women, you've just been living. No sense of urgency, just doing what you're doing, no big deal. You make enough money, you can buy a house, but where is your life? Meaning,
correct.
If I Thanos snapped you away right now, how would the world know you've been here?
I've been working through that.
What?
This is what I'm saying. Your sister has...
What type of answer was that? How would the world know you've been here? Ma'am, you supposed to say it's not gonna know. I have just came through. I guess all I do is have sex with men. See, in my opinion, the man is not even in the equation. See, that's my opinion. The man's not even in the equation of these women. And like I said, it's either going to be he's financially taking care of her or nothing. Now, I do believe with the opportunity presented, they will pay for a man, but it's going to be tough.
Children. Where's her father? Where's her husband?
She was married, but it just did not work out.
Who divorced who? She divorced him for what?
He wasn't a nice man.
So you say. So she says.
So I say, yeah.
Right. But that's her choice. So she decided to wreck her own home, and now she's got you as a sister husband.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
I guess the best part about it is when you see that the women, what do they care about? They don't give a damn. Yo, when will you guys get it? They don't give a damn. You can only have, all they know how to do is spend money. They make money to spend it. That's all they know how to do.
Mm-hmm.
See, if we had a community that supported family, somebody would have told her, you need to work it out with your husband. And you, instead of working helping your sister, should have been saying, what you doing? You headed to Spencerville.
Yeah. I definitely realize that now.
Right. Ma'am, don't you get it? That's the only thing that they thought that Kevin was preaching that I believe that's totally wrong. See, because you cannot be a man. Well, you can't be the type of men that you guys are to make less than her and deal with her. You have to be a different type of dude. But I totally believe that if that woman presented a certain amount of money to you, then you would most certainly be like, no, let me think about that. And it's crippling us.
So now that this has happened, you can't undo it. Woman in your position can either accept the reality and do something about it or rage against the machine, but it's not going to change. But I would say, how long if you seriously, you say you want to get married, how long would you need to date somebody before you?
I mean, at this point, I heard about, you were talking about the other young lady, and she said he could.
Ma'am, it's not what he said. What do you think? Ma'am, you're showing that you're a phony baloney.
You say you want to get married. How long would you need to date somebody before you?
I mean, at this point, I heard about, you were talking about the other young lady, and she said he could find her. Yeah, I don't need long. Because at this point,
how long is not long?
At 6 months.
This is what happened to us, black man. She's a liar. She's a phony. She's a baloney. And she's also upset that we can see it, and all we want to do is make love to you. Nothing else. But you don't want anything else because it'll never be your way. Men have become a smarter individual towards people like you.
Okay.
And I also want to get back to your point before you got online. You were talking about,
ma'am, I'm talking to you.
Because at this point,
how long is not long?
At 6 months.
Okay.
And I also want to get back to your point before you got online. You were talking about,
you got to get to somebody else, but 6 months. Then I would say this: the main thing you got to be worried about right now is how tall are you?
5'7".
Dress size?
I'm like a 10, 12.
How much you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
171. I weigh myself up every day.
Okay. Still, you gotta get your fighting weight. Because
I know.
In order to make these things happen, the time frame is compressed the older you get. We should take less time to get married the older we get, not longer.
Right. Correct.
But
Correct.
most women think like this: I'm getting older, and I got to make 100% sure that I
Right.
don't make a mistake. Well, that you don't get to know those things. So what I'm gonna do is
Well, my sister did that. She was with him for 5 or 6 years.
Amanda, are you ready? What is this?
Bye, honey. Let's go, Kevin. So let's move on.
Call. Don't call.
Hold on. Somebody pissed Kevin off.
That's why they want to talk. I know something's wrong with you.
I don't think it's necessarily the end, but if we can work together, it can be a beginning and we can do things to join together and move forward. And I think that's the message that you're trying to get across to people.
See that? Now that's a problem. How can we work together if I say, bitch, you got to not eat for 3 months? How can we get together when I say, yo, you got to lose the weight? It can't be no 3 years. How's that a working together? Why do you want me to have your pussy that way? All jokes aside.
I think sometimes, the communication for some people may get lost. But your overall message,
What do you mean if we can work together?
pretty much what you've been saying. Like, I mean, if we can,
Are you single? Are you unmarried?
No, I'm married. I personally believe that.
There we go. Why would I want to hear from you? You're up here for no reason. That nigga let you sit there and get fat.
What, the French toast? Yeah. Hello. How are you?
Hi,
How are you?
doing good. How are you?
There's a slight delay, I guess. Do you have YouTube or another YouTube playing in the background?
Um, no, I just exited out of it.
Okay. How old are you?
I just turned 38 yesterday.
All right. What do you got for me?
So I'm recently divorced, mother of 3,
Mhm.
15, 5, and 2.
Okay.
And I'm currently seeing someone. We're just friends though.
We got to get to the point though. Don't drag it out now. Got to run the show. Come on.
Yeah, so me and my mom attended a wedding yesterday, and it literally was so many women in there.
What?
And it was so funny because I turned my mom on to you. I've been watching you for about 2 weeks now, and
Here we go.
when we turned around and saw all the women, the single women in there, we made a joke like, oh, when we get back, we're gonna have to call Kevin because this is a problem. Like, there was so many women and hardly no single men in there. And it's kind of scary.
Hold on.
To
We
me.
have 20,000. Hold on. We have 20,000 people in here. Let me do a system check real quick. Views and y'all are watching entertainment. But come on, man, hit the $2, hit the $5. Kitchen. Yep. Let me see what we got right now. We have 3 children.
Well,
Hold on.
It's a
Before
long.
y'all start, hold on. I need to stop you right
It's
here.
a long story.
No.
It's
What
a
I
long
need you to, what I'm going to say is, when you ladies come in here and start saying things like that, I expect you to have a clinical diagnosis. If you don't,
Okay.
if he wasn't clinically diagnosed as a narcissist, you didn't go to therapy and have a clinician say he has NBD, please, I'm going to need us to stop being so flippant about these things. These things mean something.
Yes, absolutely.
Were you married to? Where's your child's father?
My 5-year-old and my 2-year-old are by my ex-husband.
The one you were with for a year and a half?
Well, no, we were together for about
The one you were married for a year and a half?
No, we were together married for a year and a half, but we were together for like 6, 7 years before we got married.
See, this is what I mean. Right here, perfect example. You were married for a year and a half, but you were together 6 years before that. There's nothing you're going to learn dating someone that's going to prepare you for marriage. Arguably, if you'd have got married first, you might not have had 2 kids. You might have got divorced quicker. See, one thing I would tell you, non-black folks, there. See, we got this stigma about divorce for some reason in our community. Like it's.
There you have it. Kevin is trying to tell you guys it's a stigma about divorce. Like you niggas got money like that. That's why I always try to tell you, if a woman wants to be bossed up and moneyed up, marry the bitch. You a boss, she's a boss. Divorce.
And I would tell you where you.
Someone else. He's 15. Hello.
Mm-hmm. That TV on in the background. Women. This chick is out 9s and 10s. You're putting yourself in that category. And this is one of the problems with women today. You massively overvalue.
All right, let's move on. Now, in this video, this woman got a BBL and lipo, right? This woman got a BBL and lipo. And before she healed from her BBL and her lipo, she got pregnant. All right? So it would be safe to say that she was pregnant with a BBL and lipo. So let's see what happens.
Up tonight. So tonight I came on here because I just had a baby. Let me give you a backstory. Before I had my baby, I got my body done.
Kids can't be kids when their clothes don't fit right. The same goes for their nighttime underwear. Good nights.
Now, before she got her baby, she got her body done. She got a lipo and a BBL.
Give you a backstory. Before I had my baby, I got my body done, which I didn't know I was pregnant when I got my body done. So, he was a surprise. He was very unexpected. I just had him in December. He's about to be 3 months now. And when I found out that I was pregnant, I was already 2 months post-op. And I was really loving my body, and I was so happy because I had so much confidence. And
she had so much confidence. She had so much confidence because she had a BBL and a lipo. So that gave her confidence. She was so happy, but she was also pregnant.
And I was so happy because I had so much confidence. And now I had a C-section with him. It's I don't know how to find my confidence again.
What? Whoa. Now this is interesting here. Now remember what we have learned. A lot of women have the C-section because of the blockage with the fibroids and stuff. Unbelievable. You could never get the real story out of these bitches. She just throws in there, yo, I had a C-section. So she was an overweight bitch. She got lipo and a BBL. She got pregnant before or during or whatever the operation time. Then her pussy was so bad that they had to do a C-section because it couldn't come out of her vagina.
Because I had so much confidence, and now I had a C-section with him. It's I don't know how to find my confidence again. It's hard.
Are you working out though? Are you working out?
I do in-home workouts. But because he's only 2 months, I haven't been able to go to the gym because I want to give.
So let's get this straight. Before I speak too fast, I'm gonna let it play. So you basically got nutted in and the father just left you. Hold on.
Months, I haven't been able to go to the gym because I want to give him my undivided attention because He's only 2 months.
Okay, you could get a walking pad for the house, right? A little walking pad.
Oh,
Yeah. Walk slow on a walking pad and make sure you're eating a nice clean diet. You know, a little bit of rice, a little bit of greens, and your little piece of chicken. Can we do that?
yeah.
And some people are asking about, like, I guess at the time that you were having surgery, was it how soon? They're saying they didn't see that you were pregnant when they were doing the testing.
Yeah, they did a pregnancy test, and everything. And before the pregnancy test, I'm in New York. I had surgery in Miami. Before the pregnancy test, I actually did blood work out here in New York, and it came out negative for pregnancy.
Wow. So wait, so did you have like lipo or tummy, or
I
was
had
it
a
something?
BBL and lipo.
She had a BBL and lipo.
So how did that affect your stomach if you just got it tightened up? How did that affect your?
I got a C-section.
What?
Yeah. I had preeclampsia during pregnancy, so I had to get a C-section.
What?
I got a C-section.
Oh.
Yeah. I had preeclampsia during pregnancy, so I had to get a
What?
C-section. I had preeclampsia during pregnancy, so I had to get a yeah. I had preeclampsia during pregnancy, so I had to get a
Oh
C-section.
man.
Wow, because I can't imagine that's like a wound that they close tight. Your stomach.
Unbelievable, man. Yeah, I like I say, when you start talking about the box, it's endless on the different types of, these women are something else with this pussy. So she gets a BBL and lipo. Then she finds out she's pregnant. Then she had a condition with the pregnancy, whatever the case is, I can't say for sure. She gets a C-section, right? We don't know if that baby's a preemie. We don't know what's the conditions of that baby. These people are crazy. Wow. So while she's pregnant, she has to heal from the BBL in the lipo, right? Damn, story sounds so wrong. Where's the baby father?
Stomach, and then it grows back out.
Yes.
Quickly.
It was a lot going on. That's why it's like it's hard mentally. Like every day his dad be telling me like, "Oh, you look fine," but I don't feel like how I was feeling when I had just came out of surgery.
Ma'am. We have seen this many, many times. You bitches get the BBL, and guess what you do? You start eating like you're a skinny bitch. Guess what else you have to do? You have to work out, consistently to maintain your BBL. Now, I have seen this happen. They got the lipo. They didn't change their diet. It was a wash. And what happens is now you're pissed because it's going to take work. And I don't know if you could do another surgery.
Right. And that's going to take a little time to get back to you. Yes, get a waist trainer. They're saying get a faja.
Yes, I have a faja. I wear my faja, but I feel like I don't know. I don't feel like it's working as fast as I want it to work. I see someone say, get a refund.
I say, yeah, get your faja. You have to wear it. You carried a baby for 9 months. It takes just as long to get your body back, I feel. Yeah. So with eating right, wearing your faja, and working out, I think you'll be back.
Ma'am, she never worked out. She went and got surgery. It was never a part of her routine. She didn't get whatever body she thinks she has from hard work. That's not going to be easy. She's still a fat person that got surgery. Never had that sort of, work or athleticism.
Back to where you were slightly, not all the way, you know, but you'll get close.
All right.
All righty.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yo, these women are sick, homie.
I have a peculiar ideology of dating right now. I have 2 kids. I have a 7-year-old and a 3-year-old.
Listen to this bitch. She has a peculiar ideology of dating right now. Listen to this.
So I have a peculiar ideology of dating right now. I have 2 kids. I have a 7-year-old and a 3-year-old by the same person. I don't know if that matters. But anyway, I have 2 kids. I am 36. I did graduate from college. I have like a fresh out of college job. Not really where I want to be, but pays the bills. I do want to date for companionship, and not like just. And I'm not talking like sexually. I don't want to go there with the person. Just companionship, like you know, maybe go to museums and stuff like that.
She wants to meet a man, to not have sex, you know, make love to him, but she want the man to want to go to museums and stuff like that. Ma'am, you could pick up any geek off the street. Ma'am, you could pick up any geek off the street to go do that with. See, this is the shit that we're talking about. Ma'am, let's get one thing straight. You're overweight. What do you do to balance the overweight? You go to college, you get a job. You said you have 2 kids, probably getting child support, 26 years old, and the best part of your body is your fake hair. So, after all of that's being said, you're going to sit there and say you want to meet a man that you don't fuck and you can hang out at the museum. Ma'am, you could go to the museum and meet any geek. So yes, you do have a peculiar ideology.
To date for companionship, and not like just. And I'm not talking like sexually. I don't want to go there with the person. Just companionship, like you know, maybe go to museums and stuff like that. So I have a problem with it just stopping at companionship for me. They of course want to go further than that. And then I don't have a friend anymore.
Ma'am, if that's your problem in life, it would be safe to say somebody should I don't even want to say it because I don't know how this YouTube stuff go. But you need to lay hands put on you. You really need your ass beat. That's the sort of problem you're coming out here in the public to say that you have a problem with men wanting to make love to you, but you already have 2 kids. You can only be used for a sex toy because you're overweight and you have money. Nobody's going to treat you worth a damn unless you go get guys who you believe are lower than you. So, I mean, the programming is real.
I think that's most heterosexual men. They want to eventually sleep with you. Yeah.
That's not where I'm at right now. Because then it's like I don't want the relationship like that.
So
like,
if you don't want the relationship, then I
want all that comes with it besides that part.
I want everything that comes with a relationship besides me giving up my overweight pussy. Now, being that the women won't shame her, that's why we have a problem. That's where the problem is. Women supposed to say to this bitch something like this. Ma'am, it's women out here that can't get men to have sex with them. You should feel privileged that men want to do it with you, and you have the option to pick a good man. But she's going to say, but I don't want a good man. I don't want sex. I don't want anything. I just want a man to hang out with.
I'm not there right now.
Someone said find a gay best friend.
That's okay. That's honest. Okay.
Yeah, a gay best friend. A gay bestie will definitely pay for your drinks and things.
See? That's all she want. Somebody to pay for her. This shit is wild. Ma'am, if you went and got a job in the college education, why do you still want somebody paying for you? Yo, look at this shit. They told this bitch get a gay best friend.
Someone said find a gay best friend.
That's okay. That's honest. Okay.
Yeah, a gay best friend. A gay bestie will definitely pay for your drinks and things. Find a gay bestie. That's what they're saying in the chat.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that was simple. Okay.
All right.
There you have it, man. Dumb bitches amongst us, son. Basically, dumb bitches amongst us. All right? Let's move on.
Okay.
He set the bar.
He set the bar. He set the bar. So I'm just in my princess era, you know?
A few moments later.
Being that I'm a college student with bills, what would you like suggest? I've been going to Ross and like they have some.
Wait. Hold up now.
Okay.
Wait. We went from princess treatment to college student with bills, and we got to go to Ross to find something affordable.
Yes. Well, hello.
Welcome in.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing really good. I didn't think, that you would accept me, but, how are you?
Absolutely not. Playing house until it's actually time to get to the part where it's really time to play house. You only playing house after 8 p.m. That's the only part of house you playing. After 8 o'clock. After 12 a.m. That's the part of the house you playing. We know what's open after 12. Nothing but legs, child. That's the only part y'all playing. Thank you, Tina. And if he wants to go, let him go. You're 20. You're 21. Let him go. Let him go. But I'm just saying she's worth more. That's the ultimate message I'm putting out here. Just in case this comes up again, I think she's worth more than just a handbag. That's what I'm saying. She's worth more. That's what I'm saying. She's worth more and you're worth more. This is not just to her. This is to anyone watching who's laid up with a man. And I'm not going to only say 20-something. I'm going to say 20-something, 30-something, 40-something, 50-something, all ages.
Fits like a cup and traps leaks. Keep it dry, guys.
Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more. Just $1 down, $15 a month. Deal extended to April 16th.
There you have it, fam. Tough show to rock with nobody there. So I'm gonna have to come back. I'll come back about 2 o'clock.